SCTV 17, covering your campus, a production of the broadcast program at Siena College. SCTV News starts now.
I'm Allegra Serafini inside the Siena College television studio, where students don't just study journalism, they practice it. What you're about to see are stories about some of the people and programs making headlines on campus this semester. Stories written, shot, and edited by students in Siena's broadcast program. Real stories from real students covering your campus.
A popular dean stepping down. We'll tell you where this leader in liberal arts is headed next. She's a singer and a student, hitting high notes on the Siena campus. Wait till you hear her big plans for after graduation. Siena's campus radio station goes global. Learn how you can play a part. All this plus, we take a look at Saints scoring big off the court. Theater students making music and getting rave reviews. And Siena students giving back and helping out those in need. All this and more as SCTV News starts now.
Hello, I'm Mitchell Clow. Our top story, a campus leader is stepping down as dean, but he'll be staying close to campus. SCTV's Jessica Cedillo has the latest on Dean Ralph Blasting's decision.
Dean Blasting, or who some of you may already call Professor Blasting, is stepping down from his position of dean after this year. He took some time to reflect on his 8 years of dean and what he will do next.
One of the things I really enjoyed about the prospect of being a dean is that I went from 1 department to 11 departments.
Dr. Blasting has been Liberal Arts Dean of Siena College for the past 8 years, his office being in Siena Hall. He took an active role on campus, directing many plays such as Doubt. Blasting has always worked hard to integrate his love and knowledge for the humanities into the liberal arts program.
So I will be not teaching in the fall, but I will have an administrative assignment, and the assignment that I've asked for and have been granted is to continue to oversee the new Center for Social Justice. That's a new building that's going to be built here on campus.
Even though Dean Blasting is stepping down from his official title of dean, he will still be on campus continuing to make a positive difference.
When she's not busy making the grade, this Siena student is busy making music and making a name for herself as an up-and-coming Latin artist. I sat down with Clarissa Capero to hear her story.
Siena College's Clarissa Capero is destined for stardom. With a first-round Grammy nomination under her belt, she has the credentials of many big celebrities. However, how did she get there?
Well, I bought my first guitar when I was 16, and basically taught myself.
Full of talent and Latin soul, Clarissa has quite the story to tell.
And La Sombra made, it was actually the first round, it was the first round ballot for the Grammys. Got Your Number made the first round ballot for Best Female Pop Vocals.
Her performances in the Sayers and Student Union at Siena College usually draw big crowds.
It's definitely fun. I'm constantly trying to teach myself new things, and I look to artists that really inspire me to try and improve my skills.
Clarissa's even spent some time in the studio recording her very own album.
Well, I started back in 2008. I reached out to a studio down in New York City. I ended up recording my first 4-track EP that summer after graduating high school. I added 2 Spanish tracks onto that EP the following summer, which is when it really started to kind of move about.
Clarissa's talent is widely known across Siena's campus. Even students agree she has great star potential.
I like her music, and she's really talented.
I'm really excited that we got in the presence of something great here.
I had basics of singing with her this semester, and she is one of the most supportive and hardworking people I know.
Clarissa has a lot of talent, and she isn't afraid to show it.
I came to Siena definitely with the music in mind to still pursue it and perform whenever I could. You know, while I was working academically at Siena, I was still balancing the music life on the side, so it was living a double life.
Clarissa even shared her big plans for the future.
After I graduate, I'm going to go down to New York City and start a new adventure and pursue the music. I'm not giving up on it. It's just beginning. Like, all this stuff that's happening now is like the ammunition now that I feel I can really take to really just go for it. And so, New York City, Big Apple, next stop.
This spring, students can go global at the campus radio station. SCTV's Mike Lanello takes us on a tour of the new Internet Talk studio and explains how you can get involved.
Hidden amongst all the buildings at Siena College, at the center campus is the Sayers and Student Union, where right inside there is a studio that allows students to connect with the rest of the world. Inside the Student Union are the studios for WVCR 88.3 The Saint, the highly recognized FM station. But what only a select few know is there is a new station in development, giving students a totally different and advanced style of radio broadcasting from that of WVCR.
Just solely based on the internet, I think that it has more of a global outreach, and it's more talk-based. It's not so much music. It's more of just, talk programs, things like that.
The station is set to launch the first day of the spring semester under the name St. Talk. Siena senior Brian Dorian was named the Director of Internet Radio Operations for the station.
I'm responsible for, more of the managing aspect of St. Talk, which means that I'll be the guy that if any students or any outside groups want to perhaps have a program on St. Talk, they'll come to me, and then I'll see if I can accommodate them.
When I spoke with Brian, he also mentioned he was very excited to have his own show as well.
And welcome back to Changemakers, where we profile changemakers in our local communities across the country and around the world. I'm your host, Brian Dorian.
Right behind this door is a place for Siena College students and Loudonville to connect with the rest of the world. Once inside, you are just one button press away from having your voice heard around the world.
St. Talk is an opportunity for the average student here at Siena College to have their voice heard, not only here at Siena College, but also worldwide.
The creation of St. Talk will add a lot more to the plate of General Manager Darren Scott Kibbe, who deals directly with the FM station's day-to-day operations.
My role as St. Talk is to continue to be the administration director over the internet radio station, such as I am with the actual FM radio station. The internet radio station, St. Talk, is an offshoot of what we're currently doing with WVCR right now.
One major difference between internet radio and terrestrial radio is FCC regulations.
There are no actual laws, other than the slander laws, of course, that govern the internet. You still couldn't go on the internet and slander somebody. You can't infringe on copyrights. You need permissions and rights and rules to play music and those kind of things. But generally speaking, the Federal Communications has no play or any jurisdiction whatsoever over the internet.
With the holidays here, some students may be wondering how to get into the season of gift giving without going broke. SCTV's Allegra Serafini has some helpful holiday tips for students trying to play Santa on a budget.
Looking for that extra cash this holiday season? Being a college student, we are always scrambling for that little extra money. We all want to find the perfect gift on a budget for family and friends, but it can be difficult. But there are many ways you can still find a great holiday gift for a low price.
Each week I've been putting a little money away so I can buy good gifts for my friends and family.
Whether it is finding just a simple holiday card or looking at our school store to save on gas money, you really can find anything. Look in the clearance sections, or you can also budget by going to department stores where they offer coupons and have sales that a college student can't beat.
I have a work-study job on campus in the Career Center, so I've been putting money away, saving, just to get ready for holiday shopping.
And don't forget that creativity is the most sentimental and cheapest way to make your own present.
I think I'm going to make some handmade gifts, maybe. I've been thinking of ways to get smaller gifts that they would actually like a lot more than things I can buy.
On a budget, but with these helpful ways to save, you can definitely find a great gift for family and friends. This is Allegra Serafini reporting for SCTV.
Finding time and space to study isn't always easy. SCTV's Jessica Atkinson has what you need to know to make the grade.
Behind me is the Standish Library here on Siena's main campus, where students will hopefully be spending a lot of their time. With many distractions in a dorm room or house, grab your books, coffee, and snack and find someplace quiet like the library to do your work. While studying, turn off your cell phone and deactivate Facebook to create those study guides and write those papers. For best results, try not to cram the night before a big test. Instead, do a little work every day.
For finals, I get to the library early. I get definitely a good night's sleep. I don't go out and party the night before. I bring all my materials.
If you find you prefer to study with friends, find the various group rooms to do just that. For all the night owls out there, the computer lab attached to the library is open for 24 hours. Don't stress over finals. Start studying now.
So do you study in silence or read and write to the beat? Which way is best? Mike Linello reports.
I prefer music when I'm studying. Some prefer the TV in their dorm rooms, others a quiet place like the library. We surveyed a bunch of students to figure out how they prepare and study for finals. With finals week quickly approaching, students are scouting out the best places to study on campus. When you're young, you're always taught to study in a quiet place, but some students beg to differ.
I watch these shows on demand, so basically I work during the commercials.
Backed by popular demand, many students picked the library over any other place to study for finals. The library hosts many features, especially group study rooms, which is the most popular room to study in the library. It has a whiteboard, E equals MC squared, 2 plus 2 equals 5. If we move this way, you can also see that we have a screen that students can put all their projects up there to share with their classmates at a group setting like this. After taking a trip to the school's on-campus library, we found the majority of students prefer the library over any other location on campus. One student chooses the quiet study section of the library to avoid the distractions of her dorm room.
I prefer the library because I get distracted easily and I can't concentrate on both things.
Our study showed today that some students like lounging on the bed, watching The Simpsons, but most students prefer studying in the school's library.
After finals come the holidays. SCTV's Ethan Duffy talks to students who already have sugar plums dancing in their heads.
Siena students aren't letting fall finals get them out of the holiday spirit this year. Most students at Siena are feeling the annual end-of-semester crunch and looking forward to plans over break.
I'm not waking up before 10.
I'm looking forward to not waking up before noon.
The long library hours may be getting to some students, but most are keeping the holiday cheer alive while persevering through the trying academic times. Family also plays a big role in motivating students through the tougher part of exams.
I guess just spend time with my friends and family from home.
I'm looking forward to spending time with my family.
And perhaps keeping the holiday spirit alive is the most important part of surviving finals.
Before you head home for the holidays, our Allegra Serafini has some helpful hints to keep your campus quarters safe and clean over the break.
I'm here in McCluskey Square, home of the townhouses, where, as you can see, everyone is packing up and leaving for the holiday season. Packing up your closet for the semester and going home for the long winter break can get stressful. Leaving behind your favorite sweater or shirt is bound to happen with the busyness of our everyday lives.
Check my closet because I always forget my raincoat when I go home.
Students always seem to forget something during this busy time of year. Don't forget your winter jacket and all the basic essentials that you will need when you are home. Make sure to pack all your facial and hygiene products because you won't want to rebuy what you already left at school.
I always forget my hairbrush and makeup and toothbrush. I have to go buy that stuff when I get home because by the time I get home and realize I can't come back to campus.
Also, don't forget to clean out your fridge.
I always wash my dishes before break so I don't come home to a dirty sink.
Taking the trash and recycling out is also a must so you don't have any questionable smells when you return to your room in January. With the semester ending, students always seem to forget to take out the trash, and you don't want to walk into a room that doesn't smell very good. So don't forget to take out all the pizza boxes and the trash. You also want to give the toilet a little cleaning before you leave so you can come back to a clean, fresh bathroom. Making your bed neatly is also essential, and coming back to a freshly made bed is a great way to start spring semester off right. And lastly, don't forget any dirty laundry that is left behind because we always seem to forget something. Lock your windows and close the blinds because you don't want anyone snooping around. But once you leave for home, all bundled up and packed, you will be ready to start off the holiday season right with your family and friends. For more information on dorm closings and townhouse closings, go to www.siena.edu. This is Allegra Serafini reporting for SCTV.
We've already seen snow this season, and you can expect much more. While the white stuff can look pretty covering the campus, it's another story on the roads. SCTV's Jessica Cedillo explains.
Here are some tips to get your cars winterized for the upcoming bad weather.
I'm a commuter, so I try to make it to class whether it's snowing or not. I know last winter I was stuck in traffic sometimes for 2 hours just to get here.
Make sure to keep things in your car like an ice scraper to prepare your car in case of an ice storm.
I put snow tires on. I load up my car with treads in case I get stuck in a ditch. I got a shovel and a blanket and a whole bunch of extra clothes in case I get stuck and stranded.
Make sure you follow these tips so you can have an easy and safe winter driving season.
With the winter season comes flu season. Jessica Atkinson has what you need to know to stay safe.
It is important for students to follow advice from health services to remain germ-free. In college living environments, students are exposed to each other's germs. Dorms and townhouses are breeding grounds for colds and coughs to spread quickly. Washing your hands after every class and before meals is a small task, but it makes a big difference. To avoid relying on heavy cold and cough medications, head over to health services in McCloskey and seek help from the nurses. To make an appointment, simply call in the morning and check availability. It is important to go as soon as you feel sick to avoid spreading germs. Once downstairs, you'll wait for a nurse to give you answers and additional ways on remaining healthy. You can also come and ask health-related questions, get blood work, or pick up daily medications. Students are provided with tips on living healthy, as well as many other brochures on various diseases and health conditions. If you have any other special medical needs or problems, Health Services lists on and off-campus resources. Health service hours are posted inside McCloskey.
In this type of a setting with the college communal living, you know, it's easily spread. So we hope that all the students would work hard to keep themselves healthy.
If you are starting to feel ill, call Health Services at 518-783-2554 for an appointment. The friendly staff are always willing to help. And don't forget to wash your hands, use sanitizer, and get plenty of rest during cold and flu season.
Students celebrated the season by giving back, by putting presents under a Franciscan giving tree. By picking a name off a tree, people pledged to bring a gift in for someone in need. Just days before Christmas, Foy Hall was transformed into Santa's workshop as the presents were wrapped and waiting to lend a little holiday cheer.
These are for the YWCA of the Greater Capital Region, and that's in Troy. The gifts that we receive from donors and from Siena are the only gifts that these women and children will receive this holiday season. So it means a lot to them. It allows them to have a little bit of joy when they're going through a lot of things.
Students gave back throughout the school year. Our legger Serafini covered a unique event during Charity Week, where folks came for the cause and found a little fashion too.
I'm here in the Starizen Student Union where moments ago, the first event of Charity Week just wrapped up. As Charity Week kicked off, the Siena community showed their support at the Feather Hair Extension event. Many volunteers from Jean Paul Salon applied the feather extensions in students and even faculty members' hair. This event proved that feathers are fun for anyone since the proceeds are going to such a great cause. Charity Week happens once a year, and the Feather Extensions event has been the most popular, especially for girls, since it is stylish and professionally done.
Yes, last year they reached just about 18,000, so we're just trying to surpass that. But you know, we've been saying this whole week, however much money we get is more than what they had before.
Make sure to look out for more events going on around campus during Charity Week. There's something for everyone. Bring a friend or even a group of people because all proceeds are going to a good cause. Help our Siena community raise money for people that need it most.
And earlier in the semester, Siena students showed their support for breast cancer awareness by sporting strips of hot pink hair extensions.
It helps other people see that people care about them. When someone who has breast cancer sees someone with pink hair and they ask, oh, why do you have a pink strip? You can honestly say it's because I care about you.
The popular project is sponsored annually by the Franciscan Center for Service and Advocacy. Earlier in this broadcast, we told you about a new Internet Talk studio at the campus radio station. But that's not the only big improvement, as WVCR stays in tune with the latest technology. Once again, here's Mike Lanello.
Although radio is for the ears, the Siena College radio station has just completed an extensive makeover to propel students into the field of broadcasting. Licensed to Loudonville under the call letters WVCR, 88.3 FM The Saint is a nationally ranked radio station based on the Princeton Review located right on the campus of Siena College. WVCR is a signal greater than the most commercial stations, giving students an exclusive opportunity. 88 hours, over $27,000 is the price tag for the new system entitled NextGen, a product of radio broadcasting company Profit, and is the leading radio broadcast automation system on the market. Although the installation may be complete, the process is nearly over. Current jocks and staff members are enduring a 3-week-long training program on the new system. GM Darren Scott says the automation system is like a car. It still drives the station, but the location of its functions are different than the past model.
The best thing you can do for students is to give them an experience that really is similar to what actual radio is. And this is really actual radio here. We have a stronger signal here at FM 88.3 than most commercial stations. They're usually between 5 and 10,000. We're 35,000 watts. And now we have audio software that can match anything. So this is real radio, and it's a unique opportunity because FM 88.3, the Saint, is one of the top radio stations in the nation for colleges.
WVCRs have embarked on the most technologically advanced automation system available in the United States. And we have it right here at WVCR here at Siena College. We have spent over $27,000 to help the advancement with our students and the ability to work within the social media fabric that this radio station is.
The station is always seeking new talent to fill the airwaves as well as volunteers to help with everyday production. To find out more or to have your voice heard by over thousands of people daily, visit www.wvcr.com.
On air at WVCR is where one of our very own broadcast students got a chance to interview an NFL legend live. Coach Bobby Ross, known for his success coaching the San Diego Chargers and the Detroit Lions, stopped by the radio station where he was interviewed by broadcast student Thomas Leahy.
Do you have any advice for any Siena students who may be looking to be a coach one day?
Well, I talked to a number of them. I had a lot of different groups that I talked to, and what I mainly was trying to hit with was, I talked a lot about goal setting. Reach high, don't reach low, but reach high, get on your toes, and reach higher than what your expectations might be for even yourself.
Students across campus showcased their skills, singing and dancing before a crowd of their peers. Once again, here's Ethan Duffy with a look at Talents Night on campus.
The talents that were showcased this year include dances by individuals as well as the Siena Step Team. Much of the music performed was written and sung by students.
What I like about performing here in this event is that I can show off my music and just have fun and see the talent of everyone else as well.
And there sure was a great deal of talent out there tonight. The event has become a success on campus and will no doubt continue to be a great draw for many years to come.
The talent was easy to spot at the theater program's production of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. We went behind the scenes before their show opened to rave reviews. The 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee hosts a slew of colorful characters, all competing to win the spelling contest they've trained their whole lives for.
It was a really fun challenge in getting all of us, the actors, myself, to kind of plug into how awkward we used to be and to talk about our adolescence.
As with any musical, dance, song, and acting are all things an actor must be proficient at. This Sweeter Than Candy show airs the weekends of November 11th and the 18th at Siena College's Foy Theater. For more information about ticket pricing and show dates, call 518-783-4242. It was a unique opportunity to see art in the making. Creative Arts professor Scott Foster using a brush and a blank canvas to show students how it's done. The demonstration was designed to help students in his Painting 1 class better understand various artistic techniques.
I mix my yellow and my red and I get an orange. I mix my red and my black and I get a violet. So then I have sort of a neutral version of the entire color spectrum. And that's all Velázquez needs to make a painting. I know. You go into the art supply store today and they try to sell you all sorts of fancy colors with names like quinacridone and benzimidazole and phthalo, made with all sorts of chemical colors you can't understand. Velázquez only needed these ones.
The Creative Arts Department showed off its newly renovated class space with alumni and friends. Foy Hall underwent an extensive $350,000 remodel over the summer. The changes include new design tables and sinks, a soundproof music room, and better lighting. Student art projects now line the halls. Professors say that the improvements will improve student work as well.
The students say that when they come to this studio, they say, oh, now I feel that Siena cares about what we do.
The Siena Chorus practiced the sounds of the season for a special performance called Light and featured a variety of holiday tunes. The course is under the direction of Dr. Timothy Reno, who has big plans for the developing program. Meanwhile, the Siena Chamber Orchestra performed several selections at a concert in Foy Hall. The orchestra, under the direction of Professor Paul Kanye, played numerous classical pieces in several student compositions. The orchestra is made up of both students and community members. And now, a look at a couple of students making headlines this semester. First, we introduce you to a budding actress as she prepares for the stage.
And it's a video that's going to be playing in the background while I'm performing live on stage.
Jessica Rupert is a Siena Creative Arts major with stardom in her eyes. This past spring, she starred as Hamlet in a special production of the Shakespeare play titled Hamlet I Ran. The play was redirected with the themes of the Iranian Revolution and was met with praise from critics. The play even got national attention. More recently, Jess starred in a short movie of Siena College titled The Education of a Lifetime. The movie depicted the life of a woman from young girl to successful business worker, all due to her time at Siena College. The video is a presentation of Siena's new strategic plan. Future plans for Jess include traveling across seas and starring in her one-woman play.
I love acting, so I would definitely love to pursue that. I'm a graduating senior. I don't really have a plan yet, although I probably should, but this is the perfect time to go out and experience and travel, so that's what I'm looking at doing.
You've seen his reports here on SCTV, but student Mike Linello's passion is music. He's already working in the business with big plans to bring one of the artists he represents to campus. Allegra Serafini has more.
A creative arts minor with a love for music is bringing bands to campus as he takes his education to another level. Student Mike Linello, also known as Milo, works at a Brooklyn-based artist management company where he has been managing rap artist H.B. Monty since 2007. H.B. Monty is an up-and-coming rap artist who is taking over the Capital Region. He has collaborated with Chris Brown and many more A-list artists. Recently, he was on campus to scout out a potential location for his new video for the single, Get Crazy. Linello is organizing the entire production of the music video, which he is hoping to film at Siena College this fall.
The music video is, it's like the third or fourth music video we shot, so that's just part of my job description, what I do every day with these guys.
Make sure to keep your eyes open for H.B. Monty and his crew around campus. Linello says they will be looking for students to serve as extras.
A Siena professor is making her mark on the fair trade movement, with lessons in and out of the classroom. Ethan Duffy has more.
Fair trade has gotten a fair shake at Siena due in large part to the efforts of political science professor and associate dean Dr. Carius Kelly.
Well, I think you have to role model behavior, and I try to support fair trade sales, talk about it. I bring it sometimes as a conversation point into classes.
Siena College just became the first Catholic fair trade college last year, a process 3 years in the making. The political science professor was an indispensable part of the process, co-chairing the faculty portion of the school's steering committee and helping to spread campus awareness. The longtime fair trade advocate has a background specifically suited to the issue. Growing up in Germany, she chose to travel during her studies and has seen firsthand the poor labor conditions that drive the fair trade movement. Although the changes may not be apparent on the surface, Siena's dining services have put their full support behind the fair trade movement. Currently, all coffee, sugar, spices, and oils used in Saga, all the way up to Masri, have been certified fair trade.
Get involved, learn about it, take a stand, and live by the principles that you really believe in.
Next time you eat at Siena, you can feel good knowing your meal helped support fair trade labor.
In college, it's all about getting the grades. But for seniors approaching graduation, well, it's about getting the job. Here's Ethan Duffy with how you can increase your odds.
Since the moment we all walked in these doors freshman year, we've been dreaming of what we'd do after we left Siena. For this year's senior class, it's time to find out. As the fall semester comes to a close, the job market is almost as cold as the weather. Yet expectations are still high for this year's graduating class.
I'm pretty open-minded. I mean, economics is one of those degrees that you can do a lot of things with. Will I work in a bank? Will I work for the government? I don't know. I just hope to have a job. At least it's something convincing.
Steve is one of many seniors working hard to gain a competitive advantage when the time comes to move on from Siena in May.
I've worked in the Career Center freshman year, and that itself, working there, I was able to build connections with them.
Those connections could make all the difference. In many cases, the best place to turn is to recently graduated alumni.
Any advice I would give graduating seniors now is to prepare now, if not last year.
Although the focus right now may be on finals, next year a job application may be just as valuable as a college degree. In order to best get an early start on being prepared, students can turn to the Career Center in Foy Hall. The Career Center handles almost every aspect of the workplace transition, from internships during school to resume critiques and interviews with potential employers. While Steve's career at Siena may be coming to a close, the education he received here will stay with him for a lifetime. So let's wish the best of luck to this year's seniors as they go from career center to career centered.
In other news, firefighters converged on the quad this semester, but it was all just part of a demonstration to keep students safe. SCTV's Chris Roth has the story.
Siena College recently held a safety fair in their academic quad. They educated students on issues such as the dangers of drinking and driving and fire safety. Siena brought in a car that was hit by a drunk driver to use as a visual aid to show students what could possibly happen. It served as a tool to scare students from driving drunk and to show how much pain they can inflict on someone else.
It really illustrates what can happen, and I mean, honestly, if it just prevents one person from drinking and driving, it's done its job.
Along with educating students on drinking and driving, the Latham Fire Department came in and made a presentation to students to help educate them on fire safety. They demonstrated with a real-life fire in a mock dorm room just how easy it is for a dorm to go up in flames. The fire served as a realistic warning to students about what could happen if they are not careful with what they're doing. Hopefully this serves as a key purpose to Siena students and avoids future problems with both of these issues.
Peace Week found students and faculty celebrating with song. Once again, here's Mike Lanello.
Peace, love, and music have gone hand in hand for centuries, and Siena College students got their very own look. During the free period in the Maloney Great Room on Siena's campus, students got a free concert put on by their peers and members of the faculty. The concert painted a picture of peace through art and music as seen by the iconic sign in the background saying, "Make art, not war." One of the performances by Senior Event Coordinator Ali Saflet and one of the Siena Friars, Father Dennis Tomborello, performed an original song named What's So Funny about peace, love, and understanding had everyone in the room clapping along. Following up, performers included Paige Maccabee through dance, the Siena College Chorus, and Grammy-nominated Siena senior Clarissa Capero, who performed an original Spanish song translated as Voices. Over the course of the week, students had the opportunity to make peace postcards that would be displayed throughout the week in the Saracen Student Union. A lot of time and effort came into making this successful event, and many students and staff members were in attendance.
Well, a lot of planning, a lot of organizing it. Actually, we started in the summer doing this and getting, the stage set and everything, the sound system.
You can find out more about Siena College Peace Week and the Rally for Peace concert online at siena.edu.
Siena honored the men and women who have lost their lives in the armed forces this Veterans Day.
Sergeant David Travis Frederick.
Students, faculty, and volunteers read the names of more than 6,300 casualties from Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation New Dawn. Similar ceremonies took place at more than 100 colleges across the country to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. A report released this semester showed Siena's graduation success rate for athletes is the best in the MAC. College officials are pleased that athletes' academic achievements are receiving such national recognition. That concludes this broadcast of SCTV News. Covering your campus, I'm Mitchell Clow for SCTV.
All the stories you've just seen were developed by students in Siena's broadcast program. They do it all, from finding the stories to conducting interviews to writing scripts and shooting and editing the video. If you'd like to learn more about the broadcast program under the direction of Dr. Rebecca Taylor, just send an email or drop by our studio in Foy Hall. And stay tuned to SCTV 17 covering your campus. On behalf of the broadcast program at Siena College, I'm Allegra Serafini, SCTV News.
SCTV 17. Covering your campus, a production of the broadcast program at Siena College.